Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 2, text number 21. Swayam Svavasamyatishaya Stadhisha Swarajyalakshmya Apta Samastakamaha Balim Naradbhirshiralokapalai Kiritakotteditapadapitaha Swayam Tvamatvasamya Atishayastryadhishaha Swarajyalakshmi Aptasamastakama Balim Haridbiralokapale Kiritakotte Ditapadapitaha. Translation and purport by His Loving Divine Grace, Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Translation. Lord Sri Krishna is the Lord of all kinds of threes and independently supreme by achievement of all kinds of fortune. He is worshipped by the eternal maintainers of the creation, who offer him the paraphernalia of worship by touching the millions of bumblebees to his feet. Purport. Lord Sri Krishna is so mild and merciful as described in the above verses, and how he is that he is the supreme personality, he is the supreme lord of the three worlds, the three qualities of material nature, and the three Purushas, Karanadakshay Vishnu, Shirodakshay Vishnu, and Garbhodakshay Vishnu. There are innumerable universes, and in each and every universe there are different manifestations of Brahma, Vishnu, and Rudra. Besides that, there is a Sheshamurti who hears all the universes on his hood, who bears. And Lord Krishna is the Lord of all of them. As the discrimination of Manu, as the incarnation of Manu, he is the original source of all Manus in innumerable universes. Each universe has manifestation of 5,04,000 Manus. He is allowed He is the Lord of the three principal potencies, namely Chit Shakti, Maya Shakti, and Ish Tatastha Shakti. And he is the complete master of a six kinds of a nature: wealth, strength, fame, beauty, knowledge, and determination. There is a none who can excel him in any matter of enjoyment. It is the beauty of everyone, however and wherever one may be, to surrender completely unto him. It is not wonderful, therefore, shall that all the transcendental controllers surrenders to him and make Lord of him. ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुताप्लं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवाञ्च श्रीरूपं सागरजातं सहगणरघुनाथन्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं वर्जनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितं च। Lord Sri Krishna is the Lord of all kinds of threes and is independently supreme by achievement of all kinds of fortune. He is worshipped by the eternal maintenance of the creators who offer the paraphernalia of the Lord by worship. By touching, क्या? maintenance of a creation, who offer him a paraphernalia of worship by touching their millions of helmets to his feet. So in this particular verse, Uddhavji is explaining the supremacy of the Lord over everyone. Even though he is a mild and merciful, but still he is Shastradhishaha. He is great of three material qualities. He is the Supreme Lord of three worlds, the three qualities of material nature and three Purushas. And he acts independently. Like as explained in the first verse of Srimad Bhagavatam, that Lord is completely Swarat. No one can control him. And same Srimad Bhagavatam in the 9th canto, Lord himself says that Aham Bhakta Paradina. The way they wanted to dance me, I dance according to them. And I follow, when I come to this material, I follow the modes of material nature. Because whatever Lord is going to practice, that should be considered. So the most important theme that has explained here about the manifestation, where Lord is one and he has created innumerable universes. Each universe individually has Rudra, Brahma and other demigods separately. But Lord is only one who has expanded himself in Purusha avatars. And in that form, he is maintaining the whole creation. And Prabhupada very nicely explains that the 6 kinds of fortunes, like a wealth, strength, fame, beauty, knowledge, and renunciation, there is only one person who possesses them in full quantity, and that is Krishna. Either may cry a lot or may propagate a lot about their God. But actual reality is that the Jivera Swarap hai Krishnera Nityadas. How elevated he may be, but ultimately he is the servant of the Lordship. That we have to understand. No one is equal to or greater than him. It is the duty of everyone, however, and whatever one may be, to surrender completely unto him. It is not allowed, therefore, that all transcendental controllers surrender to him and make all offerings to worship. So here, Suravrinda Suvandya Mukunda Hari, Suranatha Shiromani Sarvaguru. Lord is like a spiritual master of everyone, whether these are demons or demigods. And for both of them, he behaves equally. One of the name of the Lord is Asamavurdha. No one is equal to him or parallel to him, and no one is greater than. And we can realize how deeply Uddhav is feeling the separation of their Lordship. And that's why in the next verse he says, Tatasya kainkaryamalam bhritano vilga payatyanga yadugrasena tishtan nishannan parameshtirishne nya nyabodhayateva deve nidharayate. Therefore, O Vidura, does it not pain us, his servitors, when we remember that the Lord Krishna used to stand before me and then he used to submit? Explanation, sorry. Therefore, Vidura, does it not pain us, his servitor, when we remember that he, the Lord Krishna, used to stand before King Ugrasen, who was sitting on the royal throne, and used to submit explanation before him, saying, O my Lord, please let it be known to you. See here, the renunciation part of Lord's opulence has explained in this verse. Even though he is the controller of everything, but he is also reporting to Maharaj Ugrasen. He is also giving information to Maharaj Ugrasen. Lord Krishna's gentle behavior before his so-called superiors, such as his father, grandfather, and elder brother, his amiable behavior with this so-called wives, his so-called wives, friends and contemporaries, his behavior as a child before his mother Yashoda, and his naughty dealings with his young girlfriends cannot bewilder a pure devotee like a Uddhava. Others who are not devotee are bewildered by such a behavior of the Lord, who acted just like a human being. This bewilderment is explained by the Lord Himself in the Bhagavad Gita, 9th chapter, 11th verse, as follows: Avajananti ma mudha manushim tanumashrita paramam bhavam jananto mama bhuta maheshwaraha. Persons with a poor fund of knowledge belittle the personality of a God, Lord Krishna, not knowing his exalted position as the Lord of everything. In Bhagavad Gita, the Lord has explained his position clearly. But the demonic atheistic students squeeze out an important In the Bhagavad Gita, the Lord has explained his position clearly, but the demonic atheistic student squeeze out an interpretation to suit his own purpose and mislead unfortunate follower into the same mentality. Such unfortunate persons merely pick up some slogans from the great book of knowledge, but are humble to estimate lower Such unfortunate persons merely pick up some slogans from the great book of knowledge, but are unable to estimate Lord as the supreme personality of a Godhead. Pure devotees like a Uddhava, however, are never misled by such atheistic opportunities. Paramadhishanye, Parameshtidishya. So whenever Lord comes to this material world, he performs his activities similarly like a common human beings. But pure devotees, they never get bewildered by seeing that. They never consider that Lord is like a one among us and he is doing the same activities. But no, that we have to understand that his activities are so transcendental. Unless and until we reach to that particular platform where we can relish them, it's very difficult. So one has to be very, very careful. So here, Uddhavji is explaining that why people that don't understand Lord. Because when Lord appears in the human form of a life, people tend to consider him as same like them. But again, Lord is Lord at all circumstances. And only fools and rascals, they can't understand the Lord. And that's why this verse has quoted here. Avajananti mam mudha manushim tanumashvara. If we see the basic theme of this whole chapter is that somehow or other one should contemplate on the Lord's pastime so that becomes your memory. Because mind carries the impression from so many births. So now we have got a chance to change this setup of mind by accepting a Krishna consciousness. And accepting Krishna consciousness means practically doing the things which are assigned by the spiritual master for us to render service to their Lordship. That is most essential thing that one should know. "23rd verse we will take it tomorrow, because there's a lot to speak on this particular verse. How Lord is so merciful. That we'll discuss in detail tomorrow. So anything that need to be clarified? Hmm. राधा माधव हरि भगवान की जय। सही है, अगली बार जाएंगे तो बात कर लेंगे उनसे, क्या ऐसा क्यों करते। अभी तक तो कोई जवाब नहीं मिला, होपफुली वापस जाके ही पूछना पड़ेगा। कई डिवोटीज बनाते हैं, वो तर्क है केवल। श्रीमती राधा रानी और बलराम जी इतने दयालु है कि दोपहर तक ही आपसे फास्टिंग करवाते हैं। गुरु है ना, मालूम है कितने चालू है। और दोनों भी भगवान के अनन्य भक्त हैं। तो आप हम पे दया करने के लिए बोलते दोपहर तक की, ठीक है, बट वे तो जो है वो सो करना ही करना है। इतना तो कर लो स्वामी। वैसे कोई सब्सटेंशियल कारण मैंने तो आज तक कभी सुना नहीं या पढ़ा नहीं उसके लिए। बट अगेन इट्स अ कृष्णा कॉन्शियसनेस और कृष्ण भावनामृत संग, और भगवान श्री कृष्ण ही सारे चीज़ों के केंद्र बिंदु होने के कारण ये सारे फेस्टिवल हम भगवान के से ही ओरिएंटेड होते हैं। अभी अभी चल रहा है, बड़े बड़े पैमाने पे हो रहे, जहाँ पे कृष्ण बलराम जी के विग्रह रहते हैं वहाँ पे बड़े फेस्टिवल होते हैं। और ज़्यादातर मंदिरों में केवल राधा कृष्ण के ही हमारे मेन विग्रह है। तो जन्माष्टमी का त्यौहार ही सबसे बड़ा माना जाता है। और शास्त्रों में ऐसा कहीं उल्लेख भी नहीं है बलराम जी के महोत्सव का एलाबोरेटली, जैसे कि रूप गोस्वामी पाद ने कृष्ण जन्माष्टमी विधि करके किताब लिखी, जिसमें कृष्ण जन्माष्टमी किस प्रकार से हमें पालन करनी चाहिए, क्या क्या डिटेल्स है उसमें, वो सारा दिया। अगर हम करना चाहते हैं बलराम जयंती तो कर सकते, हर एक के मूड पर डिपेंड है। यहाँ लिखा है each universe has a manifestation of 5,04,000 each universe। ये ब्रह्मा के पूरे लाइफ टाइम का बताया। हाँ, ये पूरे ब्रह्मा के लाइफ टाइम में इतने होते हैं ना, क्योंकि 14 मनु आते हैं एक दिन में। साल के कितने हो गए, 500 के लगभग कुछ हो जाते हैं। 500 450 के आसपास। वैसे ही देख लो, एक साल में उतने हो गए तो 100 साल कर लो, वही 504 आते हैं इंडो। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की, फलदाऊ जी की जय।